So, good afternoon, all of you. Welcome to Vision IS. And my name is Amil. I'll be taking polity for now. Okay. So, we will have a comprehensive discussion. Few basic things because I know this is a very, very special day for you because you are preparing for civil services and you have taken admission with so much of what you call afterthought and so much of anticipation to learn so much and finally qualify. So we understand the seriousness of that effort, but few basic things which I would be talking about, then we'll venture into academics. But before starting with the academics, I know that you are already bombarded with information. We live in an era of bombardment of information. So much information about civil services pours you from various sites throughout the year. So that is one important thing which was said by my teacher many years back, that in an era of information, you should know what not to study. That is more important than what to study. That is wisdom. Okay. So just on a lighter vein, कि yesterday I met a friend. Okay, so he's also an IAS. He said कि choose your wars carefully. So what not to study is also very, very pertinent to know then what to study, because so thousands of students that I communicate, thousands and thousands of students, there is one thing, that there is a demand of examination and there is an academic bent. Okay, so so that academic bent is quite appreciable, but we are here to qualify an exam in a very, very professional, prudent and a very killing spirit. Okay, so getting information, being more knowledgeable is not our quest. Getting my point? Na? Otherwise, any topic that I'm taking, for example, I'm taking judiciary. Of course, we can discuss judiciary for 2 months. We can discuss judiciary for 2 months. Then also it won't be that enough. But the quest here is to prepare you from examination perspective, so that you must always keep in mind कि भाई, there is the demand of examination, and whatever I say before you, this is what I have gathered from you only after interacting with thousands of students. Getting my point? So I will be speaking from the experience. So please keep this in mind, that you must concentrate on the demand of the examination, especially when it comes to, for example, the student from social sciences background. They have that quest, intellectual quest to learn more. So you see the students, what you call, so you learn book from top to at the end. Okay, but you see a student coming from an engineering or a mathematics or statistics background, coming with minimum effort and smart work doing. So that has to be kept in mind whenever we prepare for any exam. Okay, one more thing that I wanted to mention. I went through the syllabus. Nowhere it is mentioned that you have to be serious. Okay, you can be sincere. Of course, you can be brutally sincere, but there is no need to be serious, that you grow your hairs and you don't talk to anybody. No, I'm preparing for civil service. Okay, so I keep it very humorous. You can always come here to the best of my ability. You will always be served. The purpose here is to get you selected. Okay, so whenever we prepare for any exam, although this is surprisingly the smallest batch I think ever I have seen in years. Anyways, that will be beneficial for you. We can take as many questions as we can. Okay. So the point is कि सबसे पहले, whenever we prepare for any exam, what is the commonsensical thing that you should do? So what is the thing? I know you all are intelligent. Tell me, whenever you are preparing for any exam, for example, you want to travel to Chennai. So what will you do? First, you will find out that what are the ways to travel. Okay, first you can travel through you can take a flight. This will be the cost. This will be the comfort. This will be the time. Then you will decide train. This will be the cost. This will be the level of comfort, and this will be the time. By road, this will be the cost. This will be the time, and this will be the level of comfort. On the basis of this information, then you will derive knowledge. So there is a fine distinction between information and knowledge. Information is, that is why we say informed decisions. The decision that I take is on the basis of information, but at the end of the day, there is a difference between information and knowledge. What you derive from information is knowledge. Getting my point? What decisions you take. So as a commonsensical person, with what is the most important thing when you prepare for any exam? Syllabus. Knowing the demand of the examination. I am honestly surprised that I sometimes I take those topics and the batches where classes are going on for 8-9 months and students are sincerely engrossed in academic endeavor, but they have never gone through the syllabus. So Babu, agar you are preparing for something, the first thing you should do, you must download the syllabus in PDF format, paste at the workstation where you study. Every single key term that is mentioned in the syllabus is brutally important. You go through the mains question paper, you go through the prelims question paper. If I would be the examiner, we will be talking about so many things, all the inhibitions. I know you have joined, you have inhibitions, you have anticipation, you have anxiety, you have so much of what you call not very much informed about the things. Gradually everything will wane and you will be very happy, and this will happen with time. I'm just telling you. Okay, I know you have. So first thing you should do, you should download the syllabus. Whoever sets the question paper, especially in mains part of the examination, has syllabus before him. So every single key term that is mentioned in the syllabus, from role of civil services in democracy to what you call e-governance to India and neighborhood, to polity and governance, historical underpinnings, even the term etc. is extremely dangerous. Getting my point? So whoever sets the question paper, he has a syllabus before him, and he ensures that keywords in the syllabus are not missed in the question paper as far as possible, or they will try to rotate over the years. So you will go and download the syllabus, paste at the workstation where you study. Okay, paste at the workstation where you study, especially the main syllabus. UPSC has been very kind and benevolent when it comes to what you call mains, although they are quite brief when it comes to prelims. In prelims, they have not meticulously detailed out the syllabus. They have mentioned Indian political system, governance, Indian constitution, Panchayati Raj, rights issue, etc. Indian Panchayati Raj, rights issue, constitution, governance, etc. So although etc. is a very danger, many things, for example, Representation of People Act, it is mentioned in main syllabus, but it was asked in prelims. They asked a question. So you cannot demarcate that. Getting my point? So many questions: judicial custody, police custody, so many terms. You have payroll, follow. Many of the things that we happen to discuss in the mains part of the examination is consistently being asked in prelims. So it is absolutely naive to demarcate and what you call dissect prelims and mains. So there will be a comprehensive understanding of prelims as well as mains. समझ रहे हैं ना? जो serious student होगा, he will take prelims as well as mains comprehensively. Of course, when we appear for prelims, so many batches that I am taking, they are about to appear for prelims. So in last 2-3 months, depending upon your academic bent, people direct their preparation sincerely only towards prelims. But before that, you will be having a very holistic preparation for those who want to qualify. So please write first thing. लिखिए. सबसे पहली चीज क्या होनी चाहिए? सिलेबस होना चाहिए और एकदम सिंसियर रहना है, सीरियस नहीं रहना है. ठीक है, कम से कम मुझ पे एतबार कीजिए. इफ यू कैन हैव ट्रस्ट ऑन मी, सो गेटिंग माय पॉइंट. आई हैव एटलीस्ट सीन 30-35,000, 25,000 तो मिनिमम, और क्वालिफाइड भी कितने. So you have to be sincere. You don't need to be serious. So many students qualifying every year, absolutely chilled out. So ज़्यादा tension. The UPSC wants you to be in stress. UPSC wants you to be in stress. Then it will be easy to eliminate you in the preliminary stage. So it's stress. बिल्कुल वैसे लोगों का ही सिलेक्शन नहीं होता है जो बाल बढ़ाए हैं. They are not talking to anyone. No, there is no such data by National Statistical Office or any such thing. So you can afford to be happy. There is no problem in that. First thing is prelim. Yeah, this syllabus. When we talk about syllabus, if you see the syllabus of prelims, and mains, ठीक है. So prelims में बहुत ही एक लाइन का syllabus दिया है. They have given one line syllabus. Indian Constitution, Panchayati Raj, rights issue, etc. So they have not detailed out the syllabus. But mains, they have been very kind. Every single term that is mentioned in the syllabus is important. And even small things which are, for example, major subjects that you have: polity, economy, history, geography, environment, ancient history, art and culture. Other than that, also small topics are also important. Disaster management, social justice, social issues, India and the world, that is international relations, small ethics, integrity. So small topics are also equally important. So you will download the syllabus. Now let's come to the paper that I have been assigned, that is GS paper 2. अब सुनिए, I know that you know the scheme of examination. By this time you are well aware, you have invested so much of what you call time, energy and everything. So you are here. I'll just brief you. In GS paper 2, we have polity, we have social justice, okay? We have governance, and we have international relations. So these are the 4 key components of paper 2: polity, social justice, international relations and governance. ये तो मालूम है ना आपको? ठीक है. अब इसमें of course as a civil services aspirant, polity happens to be the most important part. लाजमी है. क्यों? Because you would be serving as civil servant, so you should have a very in-depth understanding of the Indian political system, how the system works, because that is where you would be the part of. So polity happens to be the base of pizza, getting when it from the perspective of paper 2. Okay, so and whatever things have been arranged in the syllabus, जो भी चीजें syllabus में डाली गई हैं, they are very scientific. It's not that they have added history, polity, history, geography, they have put at one place. Getting my polity, the entire polity and governance you cannot isolate. Getting my point? So governance is something which is deeply interlinked with polity. And what is the quest of a civil servant? To promote social justice. So social justice has been kept over here, and this best goes with paper 2. Similarly, ethics, integrity, aptitude, history, geography, everything has been scientifically placed. So with respect to this polity, social justice, governance, international relations, right now I have been assigned this part. Okay, you will have separate lectures of social justice, you will have separate lectures of governance, whoever comes to take, and you will have comprehensive lectures of governance, international relations. So I'm only doing this part. Isme bhi there are some topics like historical underpinnings. Okay, so you will know about government of that is modern history. Government of India Act 1935, India Independence Act 1947, Cabinet Mission, getting my point? So all such things, Government of India Act 1919, वो चीजें जो, those things that happened before the onset of our constitution, that definitely you will study as a part of modern history. Okay, so we will be concentrating over here. I just want to have a brief insight into the syllabus. Okay. अब देखिए, सो यू हैव इंडियन पॉलिटी एंड गवर्नेंस, ये प्रीलिम्स का सिलेबस है, ठीक है. सो इट सेज कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, पॉलिटिकल सिस्टम, पंचायती राज, पब्लिक पॉलिसी, राइट्स इशू एंड द मोस्ट डेंजरस वर्ड दैट इज एटसेट्रा. दे कैन आस्क एनीथिंग एंड से दैट दिस इज अंडर एटसेट्रा, ठीक है. दूसरा, नाउ दिस इज अ वेरी ब्यूटिफुल पैराग्राफ. क्या what is the demand of UPSC? Anyone who has qualified on earth has gone through this syllabus. You cannot blindly follow the academic sources without being absolutely aware of the syllabus. That is the prime thing that you must know. Bhai, if I am preparing for a war, I would, rather than going to the war, first I'll prepare for the war. The first thing that you should do, you should understand the demand of UPSC and what is the smart work, where am I standing. So getting my point, before going to work, you will work on sharpening your weapons. So please go into that, understand, give absolute time to yourself, think, be at peace and understand the demand of the examination. Okay, so it says the mains examination is intended to assess the overall intellectual traits and depth of understanding. Depth of, and not depth of information. Not depth of information. We'll speak many things, okay. Rather than merely the range of their information and memory, okay. The nature and standard of question in general studies would be such that a well-educated person will be able to answer them without any specialized study. You don't need a specialized study other than for optionals where you need more than BA and less than masters, somewhere around BA honors level. Getting my point? Honors level in any subject. The questions will be such as to test a candidate's general awareness on the variety of subjects, बहुत सारे subject में, which will be relevance for a career in civil services. The questions are likely to test candidates' basic understanding on all issues. ठीक है? So UPSC is directly stating that we don't want rattafication, we don't want Chatur Ramalingam. Getting my? We want those people who have and not a. See, sometimes they are asking very factual questions in prelims, especially. So those questions are meant to be avoided. The cutoff happens to be hovers around 90, so it is practically impossible to score 200 or even to score 150 plus. That is rare. Out of 5 lakh students, maybe 5 would score. So the average of the cutoff hovers around 90, so it will be 120. That's very good. Getting my point now? So those questions which are brutally factual, either you can solve them by elimination. अभी बहुत सारी ऐसी चीजें आएंगी, हजारों ऐसी चीजें, thousands of things that we will discuss. Either you will solve them by elimination or they are meant to be avoided. You are not required to attempt. In mains, of course, they will not ask those questions, other than after few years at aberration, they ask some question out of blue. Otherwise, most of the questions would be directly what you have studied, you can write. So, ऐसा बिल्कुल भी नहीं है कि they ask too much factual question. And these days, especially after 2010, they asked the question, how many spokes are there in Indian flag? So that was, now you cannot expect a question of that factual nature. So they have moved from general knowledge to general studies. What is the capital? Who was elected on that day? On what day? Who is the president? All these facts are not asked anymore. They more want to know about your relevance of Indian flag, contempt of what you call Prevention of Insult to National Honor Act. As a civil servant, you must start thinking. Okay, so please don't get tensed. Be more aware. UPSC wants to go on a date with someone who has common sense. Get it? UPSC has sincere love for common sense. Sincere, but it is uncommon. I know that. Okay. So the questions are likely to test candidates' basic understanding on all relevant issues. The scope of syllabus of optional papers, optional ka keh raha hai, that is for the optional papers for the examination is broadly of honors degree level. That is a level higher than bachelor's degree and lower than master's degree. Okay, ye seedha UPSC. So this was paper 2 prelims. Aap isko please go through it. Okay. So what you call, this is like this thing, Indian polity and governance. This is very brief. We'll go to paper 2 now. GS paper 2 and overall paper 3. So this is GS paper 1, history, geography and all. So now you have GS paper 2, overall paper 3. Okay, all these things should be absolutely clear to you. GS paper 1, because it will appear as foolish that if you don't know the name of the paper, what is the demand, so all these things. Okay, so I read many years back that I need a roommate who is also preparing for UPSE. Getting my point? And someone wrote, ये कौन सा exam है भाई? So ऐसे भी लोग हैं. So you must be very clear about the demand of the examination, notification, what are the services, all these things. अब बाबू इसमें देखिएगा, general studies paper 2, you have historical underpinnings, evolution, features and amendments of the constitution and basic structure, responsibilities of the union, separation of powers, comparison of Indian constitution, parliament and state legislature. So government and organization, ये just एक line है, government strives to have workforce which reflects gender balance. Okay, salient features of RPA up till here. Okay, so you will have polity. Okay, then you have issues of social justice. So yeah, governance and social justice. Then you have what you call, here you have main aspect of governance, transparency, e-governance, role of civil services. Then you have international relations, India and neighborhood, bilateral regional policies and important institutional. So सबसे पहले you have polity, then you have brief governance, then again you have social justice, and then again you have main governance, and then you have international relations. So polity we will have, then you will have separate lecture for governance, you will have separate lecture for international relations, and you will have separate lecture for सोशल जस्टिस। हाँ, पर हम आइसोलेट नहीं कर सकते हैं। आई कैन नॉट आइसोलेट as a civil servant. There can be, when you are, what is the job of a civil servant? To promote social justice, to provide for qualitative governance, to fulfill the mandate of the constitution. So सारी चीजें एक साथ वर्क करती हैं, and there is an interdisciplinary approach also. कोई चीज जो आप पेपर 2 में पढ़ रहे हैं बहुत हद तक पेपर 3 में भी पूछी जा सकती है। समझ रहे हैं ना? फॉर एग्जाम्पल, यू आर लर्निंग अबाउट बजट, so the constitutional provisions of budget will be there in paper 2, क्योंकि constitution is there in paper 2, but budget has more of a economic connotation. They asked the question, finance commission, they can ask in paper 2 also, and they can ask in paper 3 also. कोई ऐसी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडी है जो अभी हम समझेंगे, डोंट वरी, यू विल अंडरस्टैंड। कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल बॉडी है दैट कैन बी डन इन पेपर 2 also and paper 3 also. कोई नेशनल फूड सिक्योरिटी एक्ट, do you think food security act is able to tackle the issue of malnutrition in India? आपको लगता है कि food security act malnutrition को tackle कर रहा है? If there is a question they are asking in paper 2, but food security act can also be asked in paper 2. So it is quite what you call non-logical to say that something doesn't have an interdisciplinary approach. और दो सबसे important बातें. One, there are students from diverse academic background. Somebody is a graduate in history, somebody is a graduate in metallurgy, somebody is a graduate in biotechnology, somebody is an engineering graduate, सबसे ज़्यादा, okay. And then you have somebody is a graduate in any other subject, English literature. So we will take along everyone, and believe me, just have patience. For initial 3-4 days, some of you may not find it that compatible. Have patience. You will be the one who will jump most after 4-5 days. Every year there are some students who initially are not able to understand, but after 4-5 days, 7 days, they are the happiest of all lot. They write me a mail that, sir, शुरू में नहीं समझ में आ रहा था, थोड़ा वक्त लगेगा, and that is a fact. Some of you may not be able to understand. Please have patience. Nobody is going anywhere. For your doubt solving, you have a portal. If I am alive, I will be here. Getting my point? So the purpose is absolutely honesty towards you, and the same is expected from you also. ठीक है? So बिल्कुल चिंता नहीं कीजिए। अगर आप नहीं भी समझ रहे हैं, थोड़ा वक्त लगेगा, समझ में आएगा, और आपको सबसे ज्यादा मजा आएगा. I can show you over here at least hundreds of mails. जो initially they did not understand, and they were so happy that they cry at the end. And those cry the most who were not knowing anything at the onset, because they feel that they have gained the most. So please have patience. Do not get agitated. It may take some time. First thing. Second important thing, many things which you, coming from diverse background, you already know. But my job is to take everyone along. So if you know something, you will not be in a impatient to switch, because I'll take everyone along. Okay. So अब अगर आप syllabus को बाबू देखेंगे, so initially you have up to here, you have what you call the polity, then some aspects of governance, then welfare scheme, vulnerable section, development, poverty and hunger. This is social justice. आप सिविल सर्वेंट बन के क्या कीजिएगा? आप सोशल सामाजिक न्याय कीजिएगा ना, एज अ सोशल जज. देन यू हैव governance, and then you have international relations. So what all things we have learned? First, that syllabus is something which is brutally pertinent, that you will download and you will paste at the workstation where you study. जहाँ भी आप पढ़ते हैं, you have a workstation, you will paste the syllabus. First thing. Second important thing is, with respect to this, कि what should be the second most important thing? For example, our Honorable Chief Justice of India said that basic structure, is the, what you call, is an important aspect, guiding star and all these things. So what should be our guiding star? You must have heard about North Star. जब पहले people didn't used to have map, they used to be guided by that North Star. So what should be our guiding star? Our guiding star is syllabus. उसके बाद क्या होना चाहिए? Previous years, excellent. Previous years question paper. Any test series meant for human beings on earth is secondary to previous year's question paper. Previous year's question, up gradually you will be interacting with students, so many of the seniors, you will realize कि पूरा खजाना छुपा है प्रीवियस ईयर्स क्वेश्चन पेपर में. There is a wealth that is hidden inside previous year's question paper, and when I will one by one we will discuss that this question, you will be surprised that UPSC follows the same pattern. It wants you to for example, if they are asking a question on cabinet secretary in 2017, in 18 they asked on chief secretary. One is the highest civil servant at the union level, other is the highest civil servant at the state level. One year they are asking article 39, next year they are asking article 38. One year they are asking a question and giving an option. From the option of a previous year question, they are framing another question next year. So rather than running after any test series is actually very much necessary, but only after you have done your previous year's question paper. Previous year's question paper pe do an exhaustive research. What is being done? What kind of questions, to get an insight into the minds of यूपीएससी. यूपीएससी के जहन में क्या चल रहा है, इसको जानने के लिए आपको प्रीवियस ईयर्स क्वेश्चन पेपर देखना बिल्कुल जरूरी है. हाँ, टेस्ट सीरीज इज गोइंग टू हेल्प यू टू फॉर मल्टीपल थिंग्स. वन, इफ आई गिव यू अ बुक ऑन क्रिकेट, कि बाबू ये क्रिकेट पे किताब लो, विल यू बिकम अ गुड क्रिकेटर? नो, until you go and play cricket. So all this abhyas practice is a very good exercise that prepares you for the exam in the same conditioned atmosphere. उसका पर्पस है आपको एग्जाम के लिए, लेकिन प्रीवियस ईयर्स क्वेश्चन पेपर गिव्स यू एन इनसाइट इनटू द माइंड्स ऑफ यूपीएससी. सो यू गेट अ हार्ड कॉपी ऑफ प्रीवियस ईयर्स क्वेश्चन पेपर. वी विल आल्सो डिस्कस ऑफ कोर्स, एंड it material also it is mentioned. Always whenever we do a topic, you just see what all questions have been asked from previous years. If you are able to do them, then it is you are going in the right direction. Okay, test series, many a times they are asking so much factual questions which UPSC will not ask. So many a time the purpose of test series is not to test your knowledge. The purpose of test series is to test your grit and determination. और एक बात बताता हूँ, every year there will be 4 to 5 questions in the examination hall for which you don't require any book on earth. यूपीएससी का पूरा पर्पस है चेक करना कि वेदर ही हैज पैनिक्ड इन द एग्जामिनेशन हॉल और नॉट, बिकॉज ही विल बी डिवॉल्व मॉन्यूमेंटल पावर्स. और उसने पावर देख के ये समझ रहे ना, धरती पे ही रहे ये. सो दे चेक योर पेशेंस लेवल, स्पेशली इन द प्रीलिम्स stage of the examination. You will be, when you see those questions, you require no information on earth. Just by mere elimination and reading the question carefully, you will get an answer. So they want you to get panicked. Jaise I'll give you example. If they are framing a very large paragraph, big paragraph, most of the time, although I am no prophetic that I can guess, but most of the time from the experience, if they are framing very large paragraph, they will give very easy question. That is the easiest question in the question paper, which you will just leave because you think that it is very voluminous, but if you'll read, you'll see isme kuch bhi nahi hai. Many of the questions they give which you don't require just by elimination. So please have absolute patience. Even if you are getting 7-8 questions wrong, I told to the prelims candidates, in the first 5-10 minutes, no problem. You still have, even if you don't know 2-3 pages, not a single answer, you still have ample of questions to prove your mettle and get through prelims. So patience एक ऐसी चीज है, कुछ भी हो, कुछ आए या ना आए, you are not going to lose your patience. So second is previous year's question paper लिखिए, syllabus, then you have previous year's question paper. Third, अब चूंकि नेशनल काउंसिल फॉर एजुकेशनल रिसर्च एंड ट्रेनिंग हैज वर्कड वेरी हार्ड, सो वी मस्ट रिस्पेक्ट देयर वर्क. National Council for Educational Research and Training has worked very hard. There are senior academicians who have toiled hard to prepare that literature, and that is very important. उनकी इज्जत को भी सलाम करना है. So you have NCERT textbooks which I will name. ठीक है, अब रुक जाइए, कुछ नहीं लिखना. बाबू, मैं कुछ भी बोलता हूं बैचेस में तुरंत लिखते हैं, आप लिखने थोड़ी यहाँ आए. You have ample of, in ORN you have ample of literature to qualify UPSC with AIR1 10 times. All the 7 oceans will be filled with the literature that you have at ORN. You are here to We are already providing you Vision IS printed material. You will also be referring some standard textbooks. There is a current affairs, there is newspaper, Vision IS monthly compendium of the current affairs. You will be regularly given other what you call test, mini test, and then I will provide you some handouts in some topics. Information is already there at your end. The quest in the class is when you leave, you should be 10 times more rich than when you entered the class. That is the thing. अब सुनिए. सो इन एनसीईआरटी डिफरेंट कैटेगरीज हैं. सबसे पहले दो किताबें ऐसी हैं, इंडियन कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एट वर्क और पॉलिटिकल थ्योरी. गौर से सुनिए, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट पॉलिटिकल थ्योरी. वो पॉलिटिकल थ्योरी मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूं. नॉट दोज पॉलिटिकल थ्योरीज जो सोशियोलॉजी और पॉलिटिकल साइंस के पर्सपेक्टिव से चाहिए, नहीं वो नहीं. बेसिक पॉलिटिकल थ्योरी. There is class 11th NCERT Indian political theory. What do you mean by liberty? What do you mean by secularism? What do you mean by equality? What do you mean by fraternity? What do you mean by justice? What do you mean by the concept of equity? What do you mean by the concept of liberty? Basic terms जो बार बार न्यूज़पेपर में आते हैं, basic term, उसके लिए एक NCERT है, and UPSC has been consistently asking one question from that NCERT. It's a very beautiful book. That is class 11th political theory. I'll dictate, don't worry. Second book is Indian Constitution at Work. ये वो दो NCERTs हैं which will give you an insight how the constitution works, what is the beauty of about our constitution, what is constitution, कैसे बना, how it was drafted, some basic things. So these two NCERTs are must, MUST. Then you have two NCERTs which are necessary. That is Democratic Politics Part 1 and Democratic Politics Part 2. If you feel like when you go to a marriage function, you eat the main course. At the end, you may like to have something. If you like, at the end, you can see contemporary world politics and one or two more NCERTs. But these four NCERTs are a must. और please सुनिए. And यूपीएससी जो क्वेश्चन पेपर आप देखेंगे, सो यूपीएससी, आई एम अगेन रेफरिंग, हैज अ knack for common sense. They will never ask you that how many chairs are there in the class. They don't expect you, but you come every day, they will ask you how many gates were there in the class. So those things which you see every day but you don't notice, because they want people with common sense. So they don't ask brutal facts. And if they are giving a brutal fact, most likely, it is a wrong statement. Many a times. Also, it cannot be said generally, but most likely. So facts se unko zyada matlab, especially in the later stage. What they want to know that whether you are aware about the things that happen. Okay. So ये चार NCERT में, Indian Constitution at Work, Political Theory, बहुत बेसिक लैंग्वेज में दिया हुआ है. इट इज गिवन इन अ वेरी बेसिक लैंग्वेज विच यू टेंड टू स्किप कि ये तो मुझे आता ही है. बट प्लीज डोंट डू दैट. Do a very good understanding and a factual understanding as well as conceptual understanding on these NCERTs. They are going to help you like anything. So please note their names. देखिए NCERT में Indian Constitution at Work, Indian Constitution at Work, next political theory, next democratic politics part 1, and next democratic politics part 2. So I am repeating, dear students, these are 4 NCERTs which I think you should go through. One is political theory, ये class 11th की NCERT है, इसको आप please 11th लिख लें. Then you have again class 11th NCERT, that is Indian Constitution at Work. ठीक है. उसके बाद you have 2 NCERTs, one is of class 9th and other is of class 10th. एक Democratic Politics Part 1 is of class 9 and Democratic Politics Part 2 is of class 10th. ठीक है. इनको छोड़ के at the end, while making an exit from the marriage party, you may have some pan or something. So there are 2 NCERTs जो compulsory नहीं है, but if you want, you can go through them. Please write. Contemporary World Politics, contemporary world politics, which is not at all necessary, but just as an added flavor you may have. Then you have politics in India since independence. This is also a beautiful NCERT. Politics in India since independence. Contemporary world politics, dear student, is of class 12th, and politics in India since independence is of class 12th. Both are of class 12th. Okay. So, और एक बात और, gradually we have to raise level. In the morning I was taking a class. So one or two students say कि sir you have to be slow. Okay sir थोड़ा सा. And they are taking class for 8 months. ये बताइए, we are here for a competition. I cannot allow you to be sluggish. आप खुश रहेंगे ये मेरा काम नहीं है. My job here is not to make you happy and comfortable. Then you will be happy, I'll be a good teacher, you will make an exit. My job here is to take you through, make things tough every day so that अब वहां you have to write 20 answers in a time frame of 180 minutes. Getting my point? So every question translates into 7.5 minutes. So you must learn how to write fast. ठीक है, initially I'll keep it very slow, but I cannot, you can, मामा नहीं है ना चेक जो कर, अरे भगने की कॉपी आ गई, हटाओ चाय पीते हुए अच्छे से चेक कर. You are interacting with your examiner, you are interacting with the examiner through an answer script. He doesn't know you, he doesn't know your academic background, he has no idea about you. He only knows you, he has met you in life through your answer script. So you are going to impress him through your answer script. इसके लिए एक चीज काम करती है. Always seniors, the wise people have said, you learn from the history. So all those people who have, you want to develop the art of writing, that is very important in mains. Kyunki they are not asking question what you call brutal fact that discuss about the what you call the temperature in all the cities of India. ऐसा कोई brutal fact नहीं पूछेंगे, basic fact पूछेंगे. For that you go through the previous year's answer scripts of the toppers. Not every, but most of the toppers have done this, that they have learned from their seniors. So the toppers answer script on the Vision IAS website that is uploaded, उसपे एक अच्छी research कीजिए. You will get a brilliant idea how to write a very good. And when I teach a topic, you will read from that. A student came to me and there was a question on Delhi, Article 239 AA, Delhi, you know, the National Capital Territory of Delhi. He wrote an answer and said, ki, sir, is it sufficient? I said, you have already written more. Then I said, okay, you wait. I showed him one of the answer scripts of a topper who has written the same answer. He has written less than what he knows, but he has written more beautifully. So the art of writing एक ऐसी चीज है ना, उसी बात को दो तरीके से कहा जा सकता है. The same thing can be said through two things, and one way will impress the person, other way will not impress the person. So I'll tell you about a person. I have a close friend. He has qualified 3 times, although he could not improve his rank. 150, 220 and 400 rank. He's into IPS. So he said for 1 week, I was just going through the answer scripts of the toppers so that I get an understanding how to write an answer. So you constantly, when we do, you in between also you go through the answer scripts of toppers. They are uploaded on Vision IAS website. You will get an understanding of what you call how to write an answer, and that is an art. Knowing a fact is an entirely different thing than presenting that fact in an examination. So that, and nobody has learned from what you call that troposphere some angel has come to teach. You will learn only from the experience of others, and enough literature is available. कोई अपने से नहीं सीखा है, ज्यादातर लोग दूसरों से ही सीखते हैं. So you'll get an insight. Okay. So third thing I have made. So what all things we have discussed, dear students? सबसे पहले, what is syllabus? Then we will see the previous PYQs, previous year's question papers. ठीक है. Then we have NCERT. अब okay, अब सुनिए. Now कैन यू रिप्लेस मेन कोर्स विथ ड्राई फ्रूट्स? क्या आप रोज काजू किशमिश से ही जी सकते हैं? नहीं. And you don't even like that. You don't even like that. So there is no replacement for newspaper. एक इंसान और एक जिसका ह्यूमन माइंड, फैकल्टी ऑफ माइंड डेवलप नहीं किया है, उसमें अंतर है न्यूज़पेपर का. सो न्यूज़पेपर इज नॉट गिविंग यू फैक्ट डायरेक्टली. द विजन आईएएस करंट अफेयर्स मैगजीन इज द बेस्ट. दिस एवरीवन नोज. ओके, इट इज वेरी गुड, बट इट कैन नॉट रिप्लेस न्यूज़पेपर, स्पेशली इन इनिशियल फ्यू इयर्स ऑफ प्रिपरेशन. बहुत अच्छा है, बट न्यूज़पेपर को रिप्लेस, न्यूज़पेपर डजंट सर्व यू इंफॉर्मेशन, इट गिव्स यू योर इंटेलेक्चुअल ग्रोथ. न्यूज़पेपर से आपका इंफॉर्मेशन नहीं मिलता बाबू. वो तो आई विल बी गिविंग यू सो मच थिंग दैट यू कैन राइट, एंड बट दैट विल गिव यू द आर्ट ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग अ टॉपिक. व्हेन यू रीड अ टॉपिक कंसिस्टेंटली फॉर 2-3 months, ओके, देन यू डेवलप कि अच्छा इस टॉपिक पे ये चीज बार बार हो रही है. एंड द ब्यूटी ऑफ न्यूज़पेपर इज कि when you start reading newspaper after 7-8 months, you will not get to know that you have changed. So it is a gradual step by step process. It will change you completely and you will not even get to know that you are changed. इसीलिए you cannot replace newspaper with any current affairs material is very good. Even if those who are not taking coaching, they're also everywhere. I see they are reading Vision IS monthly. I once went to JNU just before a day, 1 or 2 days before prelims, to meet someone or some maybe. So I saw everyone in the reading room, even below the stairs, all of them were reading Vision IS currently month. So that's an excellent production, but it cannot replace newspaper. अब न्यूज़पेपर में भाई डिबेट है. इंडिया, पाकिस्तान, ऑस्ट्रेलिया, न्यूजीलैंड, अर्जेंटीना, यूनाइटेड किंगडम, समझ जाए ना. उससे बड़ी डिबेट है यूक्रेन रशिया से बड़ी इंडियन एक्सप्रेस वर्सेस द हिंदू. ठीक है, सो ये भी बहुत बड़ा चैलेंज है. अब इसमें मैं, this is pure interest. Now I'll tell you, this is pure interest. I will not be recommending any newspaper. You will get to know gradually that different people who have qualified, all of them have their own strategy. Somebody will come other day, he will say I never referred to Lakshmikant. Okay, somebody would say nah, I referred to DD Basu. Somebody would say that I directly read from the constitution. So there are different people and they have different way. You cannot, सबका क्वेश्चन अलग, यानी सबके सोचने का तरीका, एकेडमिक बैकग्राउंड, एकेडमिक इज डिफरेंट. So you cannot follow whatever feels good for you is good. I'll just give you an insight what is so special about Hindu and Indian Express. So the Hindu Indian Express, I think from 2011 or something, what I feel, Indian Express has, because there is a commercial aspect also. Newspapers mein there is also a commercial aspect. We all know for any business endeavor there is also a commercial aspect. So Indian Express has completely reoriented itself to cater to a large mass of civil servants. To cater to a, this was a field which was what you call unilaterally commanded by the Hindu. So even if somebody is taking Hindi medium classes, he also used to refer to the Hindu. So the Hindu was traditionally the most important newspaper from the perspective of civil services. But in last few years, Indian Express has actually tried to meet the aspirations, match the aspirations of civil servant. जैसे यूपीएससी में क्वेश्चन पूछता है, फॉर एग्जाम्पल दे आर डीलिंग विद पावर सेक्टर, सो दे विल हैव एन एक्सप्लेन्ड कॉलम, बैकग्राउंड, issues, way forward, getting my point, recommendations. So they will follow the same pattern as that of civil. So Indian Express actually tries to meet the demand of the examination. So because they have those aspirants in mind while framing the papers, because they have to cater to an audience which is very big in India. So they have reoriented their newspaper from the, अब क्यों Hindu and Indian Express give explained, while other newspapers, I don't want to name, they don't give explain, they don't give topic explain. क्यों? क्योंकि इनका audience कुछ, और in fact many years back there was an ad campaign था, दो prominent newspaper, one commercial newspaper and one more of an academic like Hindu. So there's a person who asked that what is the name of Hrithik Roshan's household name? So he says Dugu. Says what is Kareena Kapoor's household name? So he says Bebo. So he said what is current account deficit? So he is blank. So he says, time to switch to the Hindu. Okay. So this was an ad campaign which they have run. To time to switch to the Hindu. So what I'm trying to say कि इंडियन एक्सप्रेस ने पिछले कुछ सालों में the pattern of the newspaper follows the pattern of UPSC, and every topic they are giving, they are keeping students in mind. Okay. The Hindu is known for two things. One, absolute, a newspaper that avoids absolute nonsense is avoided. Completely sensical newspaper. They will never exaggerate a news. They will never exaggerate a news. They will never present a news with more what you call fonts. They will not increase. Even if there is Indo European and Asian plate, that is Eurasian plate, collides much hard, they will write a very small news. Getting my point? Even if all the ice in Antarctica melt, they will write a small news. Antarctica no more. Getting my point? So the Hindu is a newspaper that is absolutely disciplined. Unka maksad hai never exaggerate a news, never increase the font. They write news. So it is a very, very academic newspaper. समझ हैं उसमें. और when it comes to articles, Hindu gives you a brilliant understanding of the, मतलब एक बहुत ही academic newspaper है. इंडियन एक्सप्रेस में बेसिक फैक्ट्स जो हैं, जो यूपीएससी के पर्सपेक्टिव से देते हैं, पर यहां यू विल गेट वेरी रिच इनसाइट अबाउट द इश्यूज. जो इनके आर्टिकल्स होते हैं, दे आर वेरी वेरी एकेडमिकली वेरी वेरी रिच. और इनमें क्या है, यूपीएससी के डिमांड को लेके, मेंस को लेके, बिकॉज इन यूपीएससी यू हैव टू राइट एन आंसर इन 150 वर्ड्स और 250 वर्ड्स. यू कैन नॉट अफोर्ड टू बी एकेडमिक. आप एकेडमिक नहीं रह सकते हैं, क्योंकि दे आर नॉट taking those people who are scientists, researchers or academicians. They are taking civil servant. So what is the demand of the question? Background. Getting my background? What is the important issue? What is the way forward? You have to write in a notes format, especially in GS. आप उसमें कहानी किस्सा ज़्यादा नहीं. So they follow this pattern. But this gives you a very good understanding of the topic. इससे आपको क्या होगा, उस टॉपिक पे जबरदस्त ग्रास्प हो जाएगा. यहाँ थोड़ा सा मतलब उतना एकेडमिकली रिच नहीं है, पर एग्जाम को लेके ही न्यूज़पेपर को बनाया ही ऐसा जाता है, कीपिंग एग्जाम इन माइंड. सो व्हाट यू कैन डू, आई फील, रेस्ट इज अप टू यू, कि ऑल्दो मेनी पीपल, यस्टरडे अ स्टूडेंट केम टू मी कि सर 2 पेपर पढ़े, तो आई डोंट थिंक इट इज प्रैक्टिकली पॉसिबल. You will have a separate lecture on newspaper, but I feel ki for initial few months you can have Hindu and then you can switch to Indian Express. Once you develop your understanding of the topic, then you will get the fodder from here thoda sa. Or if you are reading Indian Express, this is way more simple in language. This is way more simple in language. So you do this just if there is an important article in Hindu. So this is very important, mostly from editorial perspective. So overall you can go for this, and for editorials, Hindu editorials are really rich. तो आप कर सकते हैं, ठीक है. वरना दोनों में कोई भी रेफर कर रहे हैं, अच्छा है. शुरू में कुछ दिन you can have Hindu, then you can switch to Indian Express. Many people like Hindu, like me. My friends always tease me. I like Hindu like anything. I've been reading for 10, 12 more than that. Okay, yes. So, but ठीक है. If you're doing Indian Express, it's fine. पर बीच-बीच में किसी दोस्त से या कहीं, if there is an article appearing in the Hindu, you can have access to that article. ठीक है. So next is newspaper. दोनों वर्दी है. इजी लैंग्वेज चाहते हैं तो यू कैन स्विच टू द इंडियन एक्सप्रेस. ओके, सो दीज आर व्हाट यू कॉल की थिंग्स दैट यू हैव टू. कुछ अदर सोर्सेज हैं, अदर सोर्सेज. नाउ दीज अदर सोर्सेज, इसको बताने से पहले आई एम गिविंग यू अ केविएट. केविएट मीन्स कंडीशन, अ वार्निंग. When I will be teaching a topic, gradually some of you will start liking and reading too much. ज़्यादा research, many students I have seen have not qualified. I know they are very good, but they are very good in polity, they are very good in history, they are very good in geography. And a smart person next to him is good in UPSC is not interested if you are very good in history. UPSC wants you to know disaster management, internal security, social issues, social justice, map practice, ethics, integrity, aptitude. UPSC wants you to throw with all the things. So rather than doing a research on a particular, to the extent that, for example, there is a question from history, they become so famous in their student group that other person will say कि history का question है, इनसे पूछो, and he will also become allow, but he will not अल्टीमेटली मेक इट टू द लिस्ट, क्योंकि उसको यूपीएससी को इससे मतलब नहीं है यू लाइक अ पर्टिकुलर सब्जेक्ट. यूपीएससी वांट्स टू यू टू बी थोरो विथ ऑल द सब्जेक्ट्स. इफ यू डोंट लाइक साइंस एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, दैट इज योर प्रॉब्लम, नॉट द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ यूपीएससी. So those areas which are very boring, which you have avoided since your childhood, you must. बहुत से अच्छे स्टूडेंट मैं रोज देखता हूँ, IITians, डॉक्टर्स, चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट्स क्लास में बहुत अच्छे हैं, एक टॉपिक पढ़ाइए तो मजा आ जाता है, दे एंजॉय दैट. बट व्हेन इट कम्स टू आगे बढ़ के उसमें हाथ टाइट है. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? सो आई गिव यू एन एग्जांपल. A student came to me ki sir, I want to take optional, can you please guide me? I will say okay. So I said, which optional you like? Said I like history. Very good. So what do you like about history? So he said I like modern history a lot, which all of us like. So I said, what about ancient? Said, no sir, I don't want to read. So what about medieval? No sir. What about world history? ठीक ठाक है sir. So I said, out of 1000, out of 250 and 250, 500 marks, 375 marks you don't like, and you are taking an optional for something which is 25% of the syllabus. So ये साइंस नहीं है, ये बेवकूफी है. ठीक है, दिस इज नॉट साइंस. सो you must be always aware, so many good students doing so good in one subject, UPSC is least concerned. छोटे छोटे subjects हैं which have been tormenting you since childhood, उसका भी basics आपको अच्छी तरह आना चाहिए. And the more you feel something is what you call troubling you, you must study that at the onset, so that इसलिए ताकि आप उसको जल्दी overcome उस fear को कर सकें. ओके, ये एक याद रखिएगा. दिस इज वेरी थिंग. नाउ अदर सोर्सेज आई एम गोइंग टू टेल यू सम सोर्सेज विच आर वेरी गुड, बट डोंट गो टू डीप. मजा बहुत आएगा. इन द फैमिली गैदरिंग यू विल बी एग्जिबिटिंग योर ऑप्यूलेंस लाइक एनीथिंग. दे विल थिंक लग रहा है क्वालिफाई कर ही गया, और तुरंत नाम चेंज कर देंगे, अनिल कुमार IAS. फैमिली वाले नाम सेव करना पहले ही से शुरू कर देंगे, भोलू IAS. एंड भोलू इज लाइक पहले ही हटो तुम लोग. ठीक है. So the point is, so there is a thumb rule in UPSC. Once you are preparing for UPSC, no one on earth should know except your parents and siblings. The best thing you can do, never reveal anyone, because that will give undue pressure. सालों भर दोस्तों को लगेगा अब तो आ ही रहा है बन के सूर्यवंशम की तरह. Getting my point? So उसकी वजह से सालों भर आपको प्रेशर होगा, और एग्जाम के दिन, रिजल्ट के दिन रिलेटिव्स वुड आस्क, हेलो हो तो नहीं गया? एक्चुअली तो यही पूछते हैं ना, हो गया. इसीलिए किसी को बताने की जरूरत नहीं है. जब आप, इश्क और मुश्क कभी नहीं छुपता है, और यूपीएससी का रिजल्ट, तीन चीजें नहीं छुपाई जा सकती, इश्क, मुश्क, परफ्यूम और यूपीएससी का, उनको पता चल ही जाएगा. इसीलिए किसी को बताने की जरूरत नहीं. अब अदर सोर्सेज में बाबू क्या क्या है? सबसे पहले द व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप ऑफ गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, प्रेस इंफॉर्मेशन ब्यूरो. ज्यादा जरूरी नहीं है, पहले बहुत क्वेश्चंस आते थे इफ यू आर गोइंग थ्रू, बट सम वेबसाइट्स रिलेटेड टू लॉ. एक है, अब देखिए गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया अब हम लोगों से कैसे इंटरैक्ट करती है, हाउ गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया इंटरैक्ट्स विद अस. ईदर देयर इज अ व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप ऑफ गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया, जस्ट किडिंग, दैट इज प्रेस इंफॉर्मेशन ब्यूरो. एवरीथिंग दैट हैपेंस इज अपलोडेड ऑन. It is a bridge between citizens and the government. दूसरा, ऑफिशियल ब्रॉडकास्टर ऑफ इंडिया. भारत का जो ऑफिशियल ब्रॉडकास्टर है उसका नाम क्या है? प्रसार भारती. उसके दो बाल बच्चे हैं, 2 children, दूरदर्शन एंड ऑल इंडिया रेडियो. ऑफिशियल ब्रॉडकास्टर इज प्रसार भारती and 2 children are दूरदर्शन and all India radio. So ये भारत, it is a statutory body. We'll come what is a statutory body, we will learn that. So अब तो है, तो प्रेस इंफॉर्मेशन ब्यूरो है, दूरदर्शन है, चलिए ये सब तो कन्वेंशनल थिंग्स है. यू आर रिलेटिवली बी वेरी सेलेक्टिव इन दैट. लॉ के लिए देयर इज वन साइट दैट यू कैन रेफर फॉर इंपॉर्टेंट केसेस ओनली, दैट इज SC ऑब्जर्वर, सुप्रीम कोर्ट ऑब्जर्वर. कोई भी हम, वी आर डूइंग एनी केस, you can, they give in a very very easy way, what was the legal question in this case, what was the arguments given, what was the judgment in this case. So they give everything in a very very easy manner. That is SC observer. लिख लीजिए, SC observer. UPSC ऑब्जर्वर. नेक्स्ट, एकेडमिक पर्पस के लिए देर इज अ वेबसाइट जिसमें एनी बिल दैट इज टेबल्ड इन पार्लियामेंट में कुछ भी होता है उसको लेके दे पब्लिश. बट यू हैव टू बी वेरी अलर्ट, सो मेनी बिल्स आर टेबल्ड, इट इज नॉट प्रैक्टिकली फीजिबल फॉर यू टू नो. है आपके लिए पॉसिबल. सो ओनली दोज बिल्स विच वी आर discussing in the class, which you will gradually know by your own. So that is PRS legislative. लिख लीजिए, PRS legislative, PRS पटना राजस्थान स्वीडन, PRS legislative. ठीक है. थोड़ा सा there is also another which although they have made it paid subscription. Okay, so that is not required from UPSC. मतलब until you are law, I won't comment on that. That's personally absolutely your choice. But few articles are ऐसे भी available. That is live law. और इन तीनों में you are not going to go through everything. Only very few selective cases which I discuss in the class you can go through on these sources. Live law. कुछ YouTube वीडियोस भी बनाते हैं, ठीक है. Getting my point. So you can these, इनमें से आपको by and large एक केस का, getting my point ना, so एक केस के बारे में मिल जाएगा. There are so many cases in Supreme Court. We are not going to do all the cases. It will take 10 light years. Okay. So the point is only those cases which are important, which are significant from the perspective of UPSC. ये सारे sources हैं. और आखिरी बात, from 2017-18 the demand of examination has changed. From 2017-18 अब वो question, factual question सीधा बाबू वो पूछ नहीं रहे हैं. जैसे कोई भी बेसिक फैक्चुअल क्वेश्चन कि व्हाट इज देयर इन प्रीएम्बल, गेटिंग माय पॉइंट, हाउ मेनी स्पोक्स आर देयर इन इंडियन फ्लैग, हु टेक्स अ डिसीजन अंडर 10th शेड्यूल, ऑल दीज थिंग्स यू विल लर्न. ओके, लॉ. सो नाउ दे आर आस्किंग कंसेप्चुअल क्वेश्चंस. ऐसे क्वेश्चन पूछ रहे हैं, यू विल लर्न, अभी धीरे धीरे आपको समझ में भी आएगा, जो कहीं भी बुक में नहीं दिए गए हैं. दे आर नॉट गिवन इन एनी बुक. ऑन द बेसिस ऑफ इंफॉर्मेशन यू हैव टू derive that answer. So they are not informed, they are actually testing your understanding. जैसे क्वेश्चन पूछा, what is the best definition of liberty? So 4 options are given there, 2 options look very similar, but they ask, अब ये इस तरह के क्वेश्चन ग्रेजुअली बार बार आ रहे हैं. what is the best definition of liberty? What do you mean by constitutional government? In order to understand the minds of the makers of the constitution, which has to be referred. So they are asking those questions which are factual in, which are more less factual in nature, more about your understanding of the topic. ठीक है. और सुनिए, for example, there are 13 questions or 15 questions asked from polity. Some students come कि sir 5 questions have been asked from the book, directly from the book. I am not concerned with those 5 questions. मैं बार बार बोलता हूं, 5 क्वेश्चंस तो वो बुक से अगर पूछेंगे नहीं तो बुक छपी क्यों है? सो इफ यू आर डूइंग दोज 5 क्वेश्चंस, एवरीबडी इज डूइंग दोज 5 क्वेश्चंस, सो देयर इज नो नीड टू सेलिब्रेट, रिजॉइस और बी हैप्पी इफ 5 क्वेश्चंस हैव बीन आस्क्ड फ्रॉम दैट बुक. वो तो बेसिक है, वो तो आपको, यू आर कमिंग टू द क्लास फॉर नेक्स्ट 7 to 8 questions, not for those 5 questions. So there is no need to celebrate that 5 questions have come from X book, 5 questions have come from Y book. Wo 5 question to even if you will study any other compilation you will get. I'm talking about those questions which is generally not answered. Now one thing I know that is going on in your mind before we start the academic part, Lakshmikant versus Vision IAS printed material. There is a committee on United Nations working on this to give a, so getting my point. So this is the most common question, among the most common question that I get, that whether Lakshmikant or Vision IAS printed material. Okay, now I'll give you a truthful understanding. देखिए, Lakshmikant क्या है? Lakshmikant is a very very good compilation. It's a very good compilation. It is actually a notes. उसमें कुछ academic rich work नहीं है. From various sources they have compiled and they have given credit also. At the end index में जहां से जो pick किया है they have given. So it is actually a notes site. Very good notes for any exam in the country dealing with polity, from UPSC to LDC, lower divisional clerk. For polity it is the best. But it is a wonderful book. I don't have an academic what you call that to criticize. लेकिन जब बाबू कंसेप्चुअल क्वेश्चन की बात आती है ना, तो लक्ष्मीकांत एड्रेस नहीं कर पाते. If they are asking a question that what is there in preamble, you will answer from Lakshmikant. But if they are asking a question ki what is the best definition of liberty, अब क्वेश्चन यूपीएससी ने पूछा कि हमारी जो सभ्यता है, संस्कृति, कल्चर, ट्रेडिशन, आवर वे ऑफ लाइफ, डू यू थिंक आवर कल्चरल प्रैक्टिसेस आर बीइंग चैलेंज्ड इन द नेम ऑफ सेक्युलरिज्म? डू यू थिंक आवर कल्चर, जब सबरीमाला वर्डिक्ट आया यूपीएससी का, ये सुप्रीम कोर्ट का, so they asked the question, do you think our culture practice is being challenged in the name of secularism? In Lakshmikant, you will find what is secularism, but you will not find how our cultural practices are being. They asked the question, Puri Lakshmikant mein you will not find that what is the best definition of liberty. They have given a beautiful understanding of liberty, but UPSC is asking what is the best. So it is a very good book for first 5-7 questions, but not for next 5-7 questions, which will be conceptual. What do you mean by constitution? एक क्वेश्चन आया constitutionalism, constitutional morality. Gradually they are asking judicial custody, police custody, payroll, follow. Gradually they are asking more questions which are conceptual in nature. While Lakshmikant is a very good book, it addresses facts and basic concept. लेकिन उसको, getting my point? So यहाँ पर it is. यहाँ पर if you go through Vision IAS material, it is relatively more voluminous. It is relatively more voluminous. A little boring, okay, but you take, it is very good for health. नीम कड़वा है पर सेहत के लिए अच्छा है. आप पढ़िएगा, उतना मजा नहीं आएगा because it is not serving you in a platter. It is a bit more comprehensive, but it is going to increase your understanding to just on any topic. Just go and what you call see. You will find that they have in Vision IAS printed material, they have addressed the topic from 7 more perspectives. So it is relatively a bit more tough to read because it is voluminous. It may take time, but it is going to help you like anything. So, but I know whatever I say, even if God sends an angel, somebody outside will tell you, हाँ, लक्ष्मीकांत नहीं खरीदा. मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना सर को. So ultimately you will buy. I will recommend Vision IAS printed material and class notes. Class notes, ठीक है. It is not possible to dictate everything. Attending the class will make you what you call take you to next level, but I'll recommend Vision IAS printed material, monthly compilation and news papers. This is what even if you're doing Lakshmikant, that's absolutely fine, very good. Lakshmikant, then you will refer to Lakshmikant and attend the classes and integrate that with current affairs. जो न्यूज़पेपर भी हो गया मंथली, लेकिन दोनों सोर्स फॉलो नहीं करेंगे. यू आर नॉट हियर टू डू रिसर्च. You can either go for Vision IAS printed material or Lakshmikant. From mains perspective, you can just within few days you will be able to realize that Vision IAS printed material is way more rich from mains perspective, while Lakshmikant is extremely good for prelims, and that too they have started conceptual questions. Okay, so even if you are attending, you are going through Lakshmikant, agar aap to class attend कीजिएगा. And finally, nothing can replace attending the classes. My father used to say that if books only impart knowledge, then bookseller would be the most knowledgeable person. So if you will attend classes, that will take you to next level. So if you, these two things, Vision IAS printed material, attending classes, and you have what you call current affairs, or Lakshmikant, attending classes and current affairs. Okay. And many things I cannot dictate. If I can dictate everything, it will take 1 year for polity. So that is why we have provided you material. Okay, now let's start. So you can just refer syllabus, previous year's question paper, NCERT, newspaper, other sources. ठीक है. अब now basics. Constitution. ठीक है. अब ये बताइए, many of you have idea and many of you don't have an idea. I'll take everyone along. कि you enter a library. For example, you enter Central Library, Delhi University or JNU. Or you enter any library. There is a red book kept in the middle of the library. There is a red book kept in the middle of the library. Library के बीच में एक लाल किताब रखी हुई है. And that is very voluminous. That is very voluminous book. बहुत voluminous है, comprehensive है, broad है. And there are lakhs of books kept in the shelf. Okay. Now, all these books that are kept in the shelf, that must be according to these red book. If these books are not according to the red book, they will be placed outside the library. So red book is the basic book that had led to the formation of the library itself. So if all these small books are replaced from if they are not in harmony, if they are not in consistency, if they are not in accordance with the red book, they will be placed out. To make any change in red book, you require the consent of certain people, more people. But to make any change in this small book, you require a consent of less people. So who is more sacred, red book or these books? Red book is if any of these thousands of these books, if they are not according to the red book, they will be kept outside the. There are some books that were there even before the arrival of red book. When the red book arrived, these books were there even before. But now if they are not according to the red book, they will be kept outside the library. If you want to make a change in the red book, it is very tough. All the members of library should be called, and a majority is required. If you want to make a change in this small books, it is relatively less consent is required. So this is the red book is the Constitution of India, and there are these thousands of ordinary laws. And ordinary laws were there even before the Constitution. For example, एक example. पहली चोरी कब हुई? When did first theft happen in India? कोई नहीं बता सकता है. Getting it? आजादी के बाद चोरी हुई या पहले भी होती थी? Did the theft happen after independence or before also? So before also. So whenever a theft happened, you need IPC. You need IPC. आपने बचपन से सुना होगा इंडियन पीनल कोड 1860. अब इसका काम क्या है बाबू? What is अब IPC का काम है? What is the definition? We don't need to study IPC. It is not part of UPSC syllabus, but just so that you understand. The purpose of IPC is to define the offense and prescribe punishment for the offense. You think theft, उससे theft नहीं होगा. I think theft, उससे theft नहीं होगा. Theft should be defined. जैसे, for example, I gave him or I gave X person 1 kg of gold. That you please keep this thing, I will take after 10 days. Now that person took the gold and went back to his hometown and he is untraceable. Now this is not theft because he has not taken without my permission. This is breach of trust. So every offense has to be, you think and I think said world nahi chalega. Offense has to be defined. So IPC 299 defines murder and 302 prescribes punishment for murder. IPC 375 defines rape. 376 prescribes punishment for rape. 120A criminal conspiracy, 120B what is the definition and what is the quantum of punishment. So आजादी के पहले भी चोरी 379. So there used to be theft, murder, rape, molestation, harassment, criminal conspiracy even before the arrival of Constitution, and they are happening even today. It is impossible to get a society that is absolutely crime free. So the purpose of these ordinary, what is the purpose of IPC 2? To define the offense and to prescribe the quantum of punishment. ये पहले भी था और ये this was even before the Constitution, and this is even today. And there are hundreds and thousands of such laws, but they are not Constitution. There is only one. These things are not written in the Constitution. Constitution में दूसरी बातें, basic बातें होती है. वो we will see. It will take ample of hours for you to understand. So there were hundreds and thousands of laws before the independence and the Constitution coming into being, and there are hundreds of thousands of laws after the Constitution, but they are not Constitution. अब सुनिए. From 26 January 1950, so many sessions of parliament has happened. So many sessions of parliament have happened. In every session of parliament, you make 5, 7, 3, 4, 2, 10, 12 ordinary laws. But that red book has been amended only 105 times. So that red book which is in the middle of library has been amended only 105 times. But ordinary laws, thousands of ordinary laws have been made after the constitution, and hundreds of ordinary laws are being followed before the constitution. But red book is only one. Getting my point? For example, Bholu is arrested. He's accused of a murder. Bholu is accused of a murder. अब कितनी बड़ी बात है? How Bholu will get bail? How Bholu will be arrested? How Bholu will be produced in the magistrate, in the court? How Bholu will be, how trial will happen? How Bholu's lawyer will defend him? How Bholu will be convicted? How Bholu will be sentenced? How Bholu may be acquitted? How Bholu may be absolved of his charge? Entire process जो कोर्ट में फॉलो होगा, that is given in CRPC. So CRPC का काम क्या है बाबू? Criminal Procedure Code. So in criminal matter, what procedure is to be followed in the court? While the purpose of IPC is to define the offense and prescribe quantum of punishment. So इसका काम है ये बताना कि कोर्ट में चीजें कैसे, what is the procedure to be followed in the court, और इसका काम है what is the quantum of punishment, defining that offense and prescribing punishment. So you have IPC and you have CRPC. These are ordinary laws. These are not constitution. Constitution में ये सारी बातें बाबू लिखी नहीं होती. So you know the difference between ordinary laws and constitution. Ordinary, so ये pre-constitutional laws है और post. जैसे भाई इंडियन पीनल कोड केम इन 1860, जैसे RBI एक्ट केम इन 1934. समझ रहे ना? समझ है? सो दीज आर, जैसे पहले हुआ करता था लैंड एक्विजिशन एक्ट, अभी अमेंड हो गया, दैट इट हैज बीन अमेंडेड नाउ, इट वाज ऑन 1894. जैसे सिविल प्रोसीजर कोड 1908, जैसे इंडस्ट्रियल डिस्प्यूट एक्ट 1947. So there are hundreds of such laws that have come before the constitution. किस दिन आया बताइए? When did our constitution came into being? We all know we celebrate every day as Republic Day, 26 January 1950. So before the coming of constitution also you have hundreds of ordinary laws, and after the coming of constitution also you have thousands of ordinary laws, but they are not constitution. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में बहुत अलग बेसिक बातें लिखी है. गवर्नमेंट कैसे होगा वो मैं बताऊंगा. आई विल कम टू दैट. सो फर्स्ट यू शुड नेवर कंफ्यूज बिटवीन एन ऑर्डिनरी लॉ एंड द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. देयर आर 1000. अभी भी सेशन आएगा मॉनसून का, 10 लॉ बनेंगे. सो इन द पोस्ट CRPC वाज देयर बिफोर द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑल्सो, बट उसको पूरा चेंज करके वी हैव अ न्यू CRPC इन 1973. समझ रहे? यू हैव सी सिक्योरिटीज एक्सचेंज बोर्ड ऑफ इंडिया एक्ट, सेंट्रल विजिलेंस कमीशन एक्ट, राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन एक्ट, महात्मा गांधी नेशनल रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट गारंटी एक्ट. Getting my point? You have Panchayat Extension to Scheduled Areas Act, you have Right of Traditional Forest Dwellers, Scheduled Tribe Act. ये कितने हजारों laws हैं, they have been made after the Constitution, but Constitution is only one, and they are not part of the Constitution. जब भी Constitution की बात होगी, it will be mentioned that this article of the Constitution. If they are talking about a law, that is just an ordinary law. So you should, first thing, you should never get confused with the Constitution and the ordinary law. So अब दूसरी बात, for example, ये हमारा Constitution है. This is our beautiful Constitution. So Indian Constitution 26 January 1950 से अब तक we are into 74th year of republicanism. Getting my point? So we are into 74th year of, we have celebrated 75 year of independence and now we will celebrate 75 years of republicanism. ठीक है? इतने सालों में कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन सिर्फ 105 बार बदला है. It has been amended only 105 times, but thousands of ordinary laws have been made. 10-12 laws are made in every session of parliament. They are not constitution. So when I mention constitution, it is a sacred book. उसमें बहुत basic बातें लिखी है. Everything else is in. So whenever I am talking about a law, उस law का नाम मेंशन होगा। राइट टू इंफॉर्मेशन एक्ट, महात्मा गांधी नेशनल रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट गारंटी एक्ट, इंडियन पीनल कोड, सिविल प्रोसीजर कोड, क्रिमिनल प्रोसीजर कोड, आरबीआई एक्ट, हम उस लॉ का नाम बोलेंगे, पर इफ आई एम मेंशनिंग एन आर्टिकल, इट इज अबाउट द constitution. You are getting this point? You're getting? So you never confuse between constitution and an ordinary law. Ordinary law can be changed by simple majority, but for constitution you require special. एक बात बताते हैं, US Constitution, America, Uncle Sam. So US Constitution came into being in 1789. US Constitution आया 1789 में. अभी क्या चल रहा है? From 1789 till 2023, it is more than 220 years. It has been changed only 27 times. Yani US Constitution has been amended only 27 times. It has been amended in 220 years. But laws कितने पास हुए होंगे? Hundreds and thousands of laws. But the Constitution has been amended only 27 times. So there were hundreds of laws that were there even before the Constitution, and there are thousands of laws that are there even after the Constitution. But these laws are not Constitution. These are ordinary laws. So you will never confuse with an ordinary law with the Constitution. Abhi bahut kuch. You just need to have patience, nothing else. So there are pre-constitutional laws and there are post. What do you mean by pre-constitutional laws? All laws that came into force before 26 January 1950, and all laws that have come into force after 26 January 1950 are post-constitutional laws. बस. अब भाई Constitution में दूसरी चीजें लिखी है, that we will see. We have, that's of course, that is the principal mandate that we have out here. पर you will not confuse with an ordinary law with the Constitution. लाइब्रेरी के सेंटर में जो किताब रखी थी, that is the Constitution, and these thousands of books are ordinary laws. You require simple majority to delete, change, or repeal them, or what you call remove them, but you require special majority to make a change in the Constitution. हाँ, एक बात और, many places you have duggus. ऋतिक रोशन को कितनी उंगली है? 6 है ना जी. Hrithik Roshan has 6 fingers. अब somebody will ask you that how many fingers you have. You will not say नहीं मुझे तो 5 है पर ऋतिक को 6 है. ऐसे तो नहीं बोलेंगे. So there are some exceptions everywhere. So we will discuss those exceptions. When we are talking about a thing, we are talking about a normal thing. There are multiple exceptions also. So there is always an exception, and we will discuss those exceptions as and when it is required from constitutional perspective. So सबसे पहले you should distinguish between ordinary law and the Constitution. So first you please write, लिखिए, there is a distinction between ordinary law and the Constitution. There is a distinction between ordinary law and the Constitution. Ordinary law and the Constitution. Full stop. Next you write, the Constitution is of highest. There is a distinction between ordinary law and the Constitution. Ordinary law अलग है और Constitution अलग है. And one more thing, believe me, some of you are watching online. Believe me, you just have patience. आप प्लीज पेशेंस रखिए. ये कॉमन है कि शुरू में यू विल आस्क अननेसेसरी क्वेश्चंस. आफ्टर अ वीक और 10 days यू विल जंप इन द एयर, यू विल एंजॉय एवरीथिंग. थोड़ा समय लगता है. दिस इज एवरी ईयर दिस हैपेंस, इट विल हैपन विथ यू. सो हैव पेशेंस, डोंट गेट एजिटेटेड. थोड़े दिन में आपको खुद मजा आएगा. लिखिए, सम ऑफ यू वर नॉट अंडरस्टैंडिंग. क्या लिखा आपने बाबू? द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन इज ऑफ हाईएस्ट सैंक्टिटी. The Constitution is of highest sanctity. SAN मतलब इसकी सबसे ज्यादा वैल्यू है. Okay, next line. Next line, those laws that have come before the commencement of Constitution. those laws that have come before the commencement of constitution. Those laws that have come before the commencement of constitution are बताइए, are pre-constitutional laws. Excellent, very good. Those laws that have come before the commencement of constitution are pre-constitutional laws. अब सुन लीजिए एक बात. This is not an academic exam. If you will write in paragraph in GS, he is not your mama or my mama that he will make extra effort to read your answer. You go and download the answer script. Every single person who has scored writes in point wise paragraph only when required, क्योंकि वो extra effort answer read करने के लिए नहीं. It is not optional. So you have to make it more presentable. You just go and see the answer scripts of the toppers. इसीलिए ज्यादा paragraph में नहीं. हाँ, optional में I am not what you call entitled to speak on that part. You will take your optional and you will get to know what is better to do. Okay. So क्या लिखे? There are those laws before the commencement of the constitution are pre-constitutional laws. Example. I want you to give example. क्या है बाबू? क्या है pre-constitutional laws? Example, Indian Penal Code 1860, RBI Act 1934, etc. कर दीजिए. इतना नहीं लिखने की जरूरत है. Full stop. Next. There are many laws enacted. There are many laws enacted after the commencement of the constitution. After the commencement of the constitution. Example, you can say RTI Act 2005 important है. RTI Act 2005, ठीक है. CRPC 1973, please write Criminal Procedure Code 1973, etc. क्या काम है CRPC का? What is the job of CRPC? What is the procedure to be followed in the court and what is उसने what procedure? Court में there is no joke going on. How you will be arrested, whether you will get bail or not, whether you will get anticipatory bail, how you will be presented in the court, how the trial will happen, how you will get an opportunity to speak, how will you give your statement before the magistrate, how conviction will happen, how sentences. बहुत बड़ा procedure है that is given in CRPC. और IPC का काम है उस offense को define that offense and prescribe punishment for that offense. So IPC और उसी तरह civil cases में, in civil cases the procedure to be followed in the court is Code of Civil Procedure, that is CPC 1908. और criminal cases में Criminal Procedure Code. Getting my point? So there are so many laws. अब सुनिए. So there are hundreds of laws, but there is only one constitution and all laws must be in accordance with. There may be those laws. अब जैसे एक छोटा सा example. For example, अक्सर you read in newspaper, this thing is pre-constitution, मतलब colonial period का है. This law is from colonial period. Now, if it is in conflict with the constitution, it will be declared as unconstitutional. जैसे अभी बात चल रही है, you must have heard sedition. हम पढ़ेंगे. Sedition को unconstitutional घोषित because it is in 124A was added before the constitution. If it is not according to the constitution, Supreme Court will declare it as so any pre-constitutional law or any post-constitutional law must be in accordance with the constitution, otherwise judiciary will declare it as unconstitutional. So please write, there are hundreds of laws, there are hundreds of ordinary laws. There are hundreds of ordinary laws. Bracket में लिखिए both pre and post. There are hundreds of ordinary laws, both pre and post constitutional. Both pre and post constitutional. Close the bracket. But बट आप बताइए, आई वॉन्ट यू टू से. There are hundreds of Lord pre and post, but they have to be inconsistent with the constitution. So बाप कौन है? Constitution. So but they have to be inconsistent. Yeah, harmony. They have to be in harmony with the constitution. But they have to be in harmony with the constitution. With the constitution. अब एक बहुत important चीज, that too small, we have little time, but anyways, सबसे पहले, what do you mean by constitution, and constitution book दिखती कैसी है? Constitution book दिखती, what is the constitution, that we will see. Okay, so I will try to let you understand by comparing it with a book of quantitative aptitude. So our beautiful constitution, and then for your understanding, let's take a quantitative aptitude book. So in a quantitative aptitude book, what do you have? In a quantitative aptitude book क्या होता है? कोई भी क्वांट की बुक उठाइएगा, उसमें क्या चीजें होंगी? बताइए, क्या लगता है आपको? ठीक है, चैप्टर्स क्या? ओके, ठीक है, ऑथर्स डिटेल एंड ऑल अबाउट द चैप्टर्स. एकेडमिक क्या होगा बताइए? ठीक है, कौन कौन से चैप्टर हो सकते हैं आपके हिसाब से? विच ऑल चैप्टर्स कैन बी देयर इन अ क्वांटिटेटिव एप्टीट्यूड बुक? परसेंटेज हो सकता है, ठीक है, कि उसने 10 रुपए में खरीदा और 20 रुपए में बेच दिया, कितना मुनाफा हुआ बताइए? बेचा किसी ने, आपको दिमाग लगाना. सो देन टाइम एंड वर्क, कि 10 people were working, 20 more joined, when will work complete? यही है ना? Then 2 trains are moving in opposite direction. Speed, distance and time, all these things, getting my point. So then you may have वो एक तो simple interest, और उसको और तंग करने के लिए compound interest. So in quantitative aptitude book you have chapters. Is that absolutely? You may have number system, you may have any quant book. In every chapter you will have, what do you have inside the chapter? Question number होगा, question number 1 to any question, 15, 1 to 16, 1 to 23, 1 to 8, 1 to 5, they can be question number. ठीक है? So in a quantitative aptitude book you have आपको चैप्टर है ना जी? There is chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4, chapter 5, and inside each chapter you have question number. ऐसे ही होता है ना? A new chapter starts with a new question or starts with जहां the previous chapter ended? No, it starts with new question. In a quantitative aptitude book, if I say, everyone please come after completing question number 5 tomorrow. If I say that please come after completing question number 5 tomorrow, you all would say कि अरे question number 5 is in all the chapter. I must say question number 5 of टाइम एंड वर्क. ठीक है, अब देखते हैं कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में एवरीथिंग इज कोडिफाइड. हर एक टॉपिक के लिए एक सेपरेट पार्ट है. फॉर एवरी टॉपिक यू हैव सेपरेट पार्ट. सो सबसे पहले कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में क्या होना चाहिए? व्हाट शुड बी द फर्स्ट थिंग? किस कंट्री का? पूरे कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन कर लिए, एट द एंड यू गॉट टू नो ओके इट वाज द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया. सो पहले सबसे पहले यू हैव यूनियन एंड टेरिटरी. व्हाट इज इंडिया एंड टेरिटरी? आफ्टर अब जमीन आ गई तो अब लोग चाहिए एनवायरमेंट पॉल्यूशन के लिए. सो यू हैव सिटीजनशिप, then you have fundamental rights, then you have something DPSP which we will see later, then you have fundamental duties. So like in a quantitative aptitude book you have chapters, in constitution you have parts. हर पार्ट का काम है एक चीज से डील, एक मुद्दे को उठाना और उसको डील करना. The purpose of every part is deal with a particular topic, so that topics are very beautifully segregated, delineated or distinguished. So in the quantitative aptitude book you have chapters, here you have parts. For your understanding, here you have parts. अब सुनिए, inside the part, अब सिर्फ यूनियन एंड टेरिटरी लिखने से तो कुछ होगा नहीं. You must what you want to say. अरे कहना क्या चाहते हो सर? किताबें, he says ना 3 idiots में. So the point is, so inside the parts you have articles 1 to 4, 5 to 11, 12 to 35. You have 36 to 51. You have 51A. So what is an article? Article is inside the part. Article is inside the part. So हर टॉपिक को कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में एक अलग पार्ट में डील किया है. वन, सो दैट देयर इज नो कंफ्यूजन. यूनियन एंड टेरिटरी एक पार्ट, सिटीजनशिप एक पार्ट, फंडामेंटल राइट्स एक पार्ट, डीपीएसपी एक पार्ट, फंडामेंटल ड्यूटी एक पार्ट. पूरी यूनियन गवर्नमेंट, पूरी यूनियन, प्रेसिडेंट, वाइस प्रेसिडेंट, प्राइम मिनिस्टर एंड काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स, पार्लियामेंट एंड सुप्रीम कोर्ट, पूरी यूनियन एक पार्ट में. फिर पूरा स्टेट, गवर्नर, चीफ मिनिस्टर, काउंसिल ऑफ मिनिस्टर्स, स्टेट लेजिस्लेटिव असेंबली एंड यू हैव हाई कोर्ट. सो हर एक मुद्दे को एक, everything has been put inside one part. So every part deals with a particular topic, and inside the part you have articles. Now one major distinction here, if I will say question number 5, you will immediately ask me question number 5 of which article. Here a new part starts from where the previous article ended. So if I say question number 12, article 12, I don't need to say article 12 of which part, because the world knows that article 12 is only in part 3. So yahan dono mein antar hai. A new part starts with the article that was left in the previous part. समझ रहे ना? A new part. So you have articles inside the parts or parts inside the article? You have articles inside the part. So the Constitution of Indian Republic, you will find the entire topic is in a very simple and what you colloquial understanding, parliament basic understanding, कि पूरे Constitution में हर मुद्दे को एक, in every topic everything has been divided in one part, और उस part के अंदर बातें लिखी गई हैं articles में. So you have a part, and inside the part you have articles. Now there is one more thing interesting. Okay, for example, यहां मैंने लिखा India, that is Bharat. India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. India, that is Bharat, shall be a union of states. मैंने लिख दिया. अच्छा, there are some exceptions also, which we will see later. अभी I am giving you what is common. यहां आर्टिकल 1 में लिखा इंडिया दैट इज भारत शैल बी अ यूनियन ऑफ स्टेट्स. अब क्या मिसिंग है बाबू इसमें? व्हाट इज मिसिंग इन दिस? कौन से स्टेट्स? इंडिया. व्हाट इज इंडिया? इट इज अ यूनियन ऑफ स्टेट्स. विच स्टेट? आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट नॉर्थ डकोटा, साउथ डकोटा, वेकर्स, केप टाउन. कौन सा स्टेट? बर्मिंघम. कौन से स्टेट की बात हो रही है? क्वींसलैंड. गेटिंग माई पॉइंट? सो यू हैव टेक्सास, कैलिफोर्निया, हवाई, अलास्का, मध्य प्रदेश, यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ बिहार. कौन सा स्टेट? गेटिंग माई पॉइंट ना? सो यहां इनकम्प्लीट इंफॉर्मेशन है ना. यहां कह रहा है इंडिया दैट इज भारत शैल बी अ यूनियन ऑफ स्टेट, बट इट इज नॉट सेइंग विच स्टेट. सो शेड्यूल एक तरीके से एक्सप्लेनेशन है. नीचे लिख दिया कि बाबू जिसको स्टेट का नाम देखना है, टर्न टू शेड्यूल 1. यानी द लिस्ट ऑफ स्टेट्स एंड यूनियन टेरिटरीज इज गिवन इन शेड्यूल 1. सो व्हाट आर दीज शेड्यूल्स? नाउ यू अंडरस्टैंड. दे गिव broad information about a particular topic. समझ है ना? Not always, there are some exceptions here also. There's schedule 5, schedule 6 and schedule 10 है, पर mainly schedule का काम है. What is the prime mandate of the schedule? To give more access. यहाँ लिखा है India that is Bharat shall be a union of state. अरे, और नीचे लिखा है territory of India shall comprise of states, union territories and other territories. State और union, पर कौन सा state भाई? United States of Bihar. Getting my point? और कर्नाटक, हिमाचल प्रदेश, राजस्थान, वी हैव ब्यूटीफुल नॉर्थ ईस्टर्न स्टेट्स, सिक्किम, अरुणाचल प्रदेश, नागालैंड, सदर्न स्टेट्स, तमिलनाडु, एंड यू हैव राजस्थान. कौन सा स्टेट? सो लिस्ट ऑफ स्टेट्स इज गिवन इन फर्स्ट स्टेट्स एंड यूनियन टेरिटरीज. सो क्या काम है? व्हाट इज द जॉब ऑफ शेड्यूल? टू प्रोवाइड more explanation. अब you will add everything in the constitution, it will become more bulky. So those facts which are put inside the schedule, जैसे वन, अब ये हम पढ़ेंगे, ऑफ कोर्स विल स्टडी. इसमें शेड्यूल 2 में क्या है? व्हाट इज द सैलरीज एंड अलाउंसेस. ये चीजें कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में सीधा ना डाल के ये चीजें दी गई हैं. व्हाट इज द सैलरीज एंड अलाउंसेस ऑफ कॉन्स्टिट्यूशनल डिग्निटरीज. थर्ड शेड्यूल में उनका ओथ, जजेस का, मिनिस्टर्स का. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? सो यू हैव what you call prime minister. So उनका तो वही, but he takes oath as prime minister. So the point is, so उनका क्या है? थर्ड शेड्यूल में क्या है? ओथ एंड affirmation. अब somebody is an atheist, बोले मैं भगवान के नाम पे शपथ नहीं लूंगा, so मैं गॉड के maybe somebody may be an atheist, so उनके लिए affirmation है. So थर्ड शेड्यूल में इसमें क्या हुआ, सैलरीज एंड अलायंसेस, ओथ एंड अफर्मेशन. अब इंडिया में इतने स्टेट्स हैं और 3 UTs have legislative assembly. Which UT and state will have how many seats in Rajya Sabha is given in 4th schedule. किस स्टेट का राज्यसभा में कितनी रिप्रेजेंट. सो व्हाट आर दीज शेड्यूल्स? शेड्यूल्स प्रोवाइड एक्सप्लेनेशन टू द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. अब एक और एग्जांपल देते हैं. कैन देयर बी अ रेल मिनिस्टर फॉर बिहार? आप बचपन से यू ऑल आर इंटेलिजेंट, यू हैव अटेक, होगा बिहार का रेल मिनिस्टर या डिफेंस मिनिस्टर ऑफ कर्नाटक? या ऐसा तो नहीं हो सकता है कि आज व्हाट यू कॉल वेस्ट बंगाल डिफेंस मिनिस्टर व्हाइल टॉकिंग टू चाइना डिफेंस में, ऐसा तो नहीं पॉसिबल है. व्हाई? बिकॉज दीज मैटर आर विद द यूनियन. दीज मैटर्स आर विद द यूनियन. अब गौर से सुनिए, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में आर्टिकल 246 विल से दैट पार्लियामेंट विल हैव पावर ओवर लिस्ट 1. वी विल सी. अभी बहुत, दिस इज वेरी कॉन्सेप्चुअल, बस अभी ब्रीफली मेंशन कर रहे हैं, इट इज नॉट दैट इजी. वहां सिर्फ ये लिखा होगा लिस्ट 1 पे पार्लियामेंट लॉ बनाएगा, एंड लिस्ट 1 इज गिवन इन 7th शेड्यूल. So you have Defense of India, External Affairs, Railways, Communication, Insurance, Central Bureau of Intelligence and Investigation, Extra Citizenship, Naturalization and Aliens. वो पूरी लिस्ट दी गई है 7th शेड्यूल में. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में बस इतना लिखा है, लिस्ट 1 पे लॉ बनाएगी पार्लियामेंट, और लिस्ट क्या है वो लिखा है 7. Otherwise, if you will add all the list over there, then constitution will become more bulky. So schedule का क्या काम है? What is the job of schedule? To provide more explanation to the concept. All those facts which cannot be incorporated in the article are given in the schedule to give a better meaning, further clarity and understanding of the constitution. You're getting that absolutely clear? So we have the constitution. Constitution is divided into parts. Inside the part you have articles, and then you have schedules that provide better clarity to the constitution. But unlike a quantitative aptitude book, here the new part does not start with a new article. So where we leave the previous part, the second part starts with a new. So if you want, you can draw this so that you have an absolute idea. Whenever I say article, that will always be inside a. Whenever I say article at the back, it will always be inside the part. जब भी मैं कोई आर्टिकल बोलूंगा वो किसी पार्ट के अंडर में होगा ना जी. और उसका एक्सप्लेनेशन कहां होगा? शेड्यूल. जरूरी नहीं है कि सबका हो. इट इज नॉट नेसेसरी दैट इट इज फॉर ऑल, बट डेफिनेटली देयर कैन बी एन एक्सप्लेनेशन. सो व्हाट इज अ शेड्यूल? शेड्यूल इज मोर ऑफ एन एक्सप्लेनेशन, व्हाइल पार्ट इज हैविंग आर्टिकल्स इनसाइड देम. बातें लिखी गई हैं आर्टिकल्स में और टॉपिक्स का नाम है पार्ट. The things are written in articles. Part only means the name of that particular topic. So what all things you have understood? What is the difference between an ordinary law and the constitution? It is incomplete. We will tomorrow, whenever we have the next class, I think we have tomorrow. So we have the class, we will exhaustively see what is the constitution, what is the definition of the constitution, what is the idea of the constitution, what is a written constitution, what is this is just a mere beginning. That you must find the distinction. So Right to Information Act एक ordinary law है या constitution है? Ordinary. महात्मा गांधी नेशनल रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट गारंटी एक्ट, ordinary law. Constitution जब भी होगा, it will be mentioned the articles. It will be inside the constitution. You're getting this absolutely clear? और constitution कभी कभी amend होता है. It has been amended only 105 times since 26 January 1950. But laws are made. Laws are not codified at one place. Laws are abstract. कितने laws हैं? हजारों laws हैं before the constitution. But constitution is one book. यानी अभी आप कोई ऐसा नहीं दिखाएंगे all the laws are at one book. No, they are abstract. But there is only one constitution. उससे मुझे याद आया. All of you download any app of the constitution. There is no need to buy a book of the constitution unless you want to impress someone in metro. ठीक है? So there are apps. Previously we used to recommend. Now there is no need to download, get a book. If you want, that's perfectly fine, but why to increase your burden? Get an app of the Constitution. Whenever I'm doing a topic, I will show you that over here in the so that you have an understanding from the primary source. ठीक है? So you download an app, any app will work. You see जिसका सबसे ज़्यादा review है. Any app, I use one app, but any app you can download that favors you. So एक app Constitution का please download कर लीजिएगा. So you can just draw this so that you have an idea कि parts and articles and schedules. Briefly थोड़ा इसको draw कर लीजिए. Part के अंदर articles है और article के अंदर schedules. So that you don't never get confused. Although ये तो रटा जाएगा बहुत जल्दी, but just for you understand. हाँ जी, ऐप वही, ये कॉमन क्वेश्चन है, ये मतलब इतने लोग पूछते हैं, कोई भी बाबू ऐप, एनी ऐप यू सी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया, एंड्रॉइड में और मैक ओएस में, कोई भी ऐप आपको लगे जो ज्यादा कर लिए, ठीक है. सो यू हैव पार्ट्स, देन यू हैव यूनियन एंड टेरिटरी, सिटीजनशिप, फंडामेंटल राइट्स, एक दो लिख लीजिए. एंड इनसाइड द पार्ट यू हैव, डियर स्टूडेंट्स, यू हैव आर्टिकल्स. और शेड्यूल्स क्या है वो थोड़ा फर्दर एक्सप्लेनेशन. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? सो यस, ऑफ कोर्स दे आर पार्ट ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, पर हटके. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? दे आर द पार्ट ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, 100% पार्ट ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, बट दे आर आउटसाइड द आर्टिकल्स एंड द पार्ट्स. ओके, सो यू हैव शेड्यूल्स. बहुत सब पहले दिन तो नहीं, वी हैव, गेटिंग माय शेड्यूल्स. ओके, okay, these are part of the constitution. So you have parts, you have articles. So articles are inside the part, or part is inside the article? Articles are inside the part, and then you have schedules. That voluminous information is kept in the schedule. So you have part, you have articles, and you have schedules. And a new part starts with a new article, true or false? Every new part starts with a new article. Every new part does not start with a new. From article 1 to article 395 is there in the, एक से लेके, अब किसी किसी बुक में देखेंगे, we can extend a bit, किसी किसी बुक में you will see it is written India has 395 articles. In some book you will see India is having 440 articles. So you'll, अरे तो बाबू भैया कुछ बात इसमें क्या है? So it is 1 to 395. बाबू, आर्टिकल 1 से 395 नंबरिंग में है, लेकिन बीच में आर्टिकल्स ऐड किए गए हैं. गेटिंग माय पॉइंट? समझ रहे हैं ना? क्यों? आर्टिकल तो 1 से 395 तक ही है, पर बीच में दे हैव added by new article. Clause तो दूसरी बात है, new articles. You will understand many things about them. So ऐसे भी, the moment you see a capital letter A, it means it has been added. Article 21A, right to free and compulsory education. Article 39A, free legal aid. Article 43A, participation of workers in the management of industry. 43B, cooperatives. 48, agriculture, environment. 51A, fundamental duties. 323A, tribunals, administrative tribunal. 323B, other tribunals. Whenever you see a capital letter A, it means it has been not a small letter A, a capital letter A. Most likely it has been added. Later we will comprehensively see that. ओनली थिंग 1 से 395 तक तो बाबू नंबर है, पर बीच में एक एक आर्टिकल ऐड करके द नंबर ऑफ आर्टिकल्स. आर्टिकल 338A, आर्टिकल 338B, आर्टिकल 342A. सो न्यू आर्टिकल्स हैव बीन एडेड इन द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. अब ऑल द आर्टिकल्स फ्रॉम 1 to 395 आपको याद भी नहीं करना है, ना याद होगा. Although I am teaching most of the articles, but I am teaching after 80, 90, 100 batches, so many years, 7 years. अब मुझे, so that is not, you, if you enter Supreme Court, you ask a senior advocate 294, so he will not be able to answer, nor it is required from UPSC. We will stick to the demand of the examination. So this is just the beginning. We will continue the conversation tomorrow. We'll see what is constitution, what is a written, unwritten constitution, what Dr. Ambedkar stated about the constitution, what is a ordinary law. पे थोड़ी सी और बात करेंगे. We'll continue the conversation tomorrow. Okay, thank you. And one more thing, if you have any question, never hesitate. You may put your question, but I will ask you to wait for 3-4 days. Online warriors, we will take special care of you. Don't worry. I'll share my email ID also. Academic questions you can put at the portal. Any other thing, if it is really serious, I may look into it. I'll share. Don't worry at all. Just have patience. Okay. Thank you. हाँ, होगी बात इस पे, बिल्कुल हटाया जा सकता है, कुछ सब कुछ हटाया, उसके भी कुछ शर्तें हैं, शॉर्ट में नहीं बोल सकते ना, दुनिया क्या है. So we will come to that. Okay. Okay. See, they both are asking a very common question. शुरू में होता है, सुन लीजिए. सबसे पहली बात, he asked the question that whether it can be amended. Of course it can be amended, but there are certain mandates. Everything cannot be changed. That we will learn 24th April 1970. शुरू में questions आते हैं gradually. She is asking a question. They are asking about opinion. So this is also a very common question. When they are asking an opinion, she's asking a question, if how do you think our cultural practices are being challenged in the name of Sabrimala? So you are required, whatever is being discussed in the class, with some academic liberty. कुछ देर के लिए अपने को Einstein, whatever is expected, only you have to write. You cannot write a revolutionary thing, which is very, very naive to speak at the onset. With the passage of time, you will realize कि oh, then you will understand कि ये लिखना है और ये नहीं लिखना है, and what can be amended or not, ये it's a very big thing. We will discuss that. समझ रहे ना? We'll discuss with the passage. और जितने भी doubts हैं, कोई दवा नहीं, ये खुद ही मर जाएंगे with the passage of time. You cannot be too much revolutionary, but you will gradually understand what is required to be written. Every day you will be given a question, you write an answer, you will understand what is required to be written. And regarding amendment, we will do LATER. Okay, THANKYOU. Thank you. Okay.